last time we looked at modifying existing styles inside the database or inside the theme, and there is a plethora of options to change here. And again, these are all styles that are specific to the global outlay of the theme and not widget or sidebar specific. We'll cover those more. And so there's a ton of these. But what happens if what you need to change is not in here? As a developer, what you need to do is you need to go into styleoptions.php. This is where we're going to be working. And let's just say, for sake of an argument, that we want to add the ability to edit the margin left property of all UL elements, unordered list elements. So what we do is we paste that in here, and we'd set this up to look like this. And by convention, by the way, we have curly braces at the end that start a new line, and then curly braces on a new line to end the declaration. And by the way, as I'm at it, you should be sorting in alphabetical order the properties. You see display, position, z-index. These will all be in alphabetical order. So please try to keep that convention so it's easier for other developers to track down selectors. So all we're going to do here is we're going to copy this line and we're going to paste it here. And then to actually get this property right here is we're going to type in ul underscore margin underscore left. So by convention, it's the selector followed by the property, and any element or any character that would make up that selector or that property that is not alphanumeric gets replaced with one underscore. So for example, if this were ul dot something and then something else, we're going to do ul something else, just like that. Okay, so what this does is it tells the theme to look for this option in the database, and if it doesn't exist, create it and add it to that dashboard that we saw. This last thing is the default value, which if it doesn't find it, what should it use as default? Now, the default value is the tricky part. Knowing what to put in here has ramifications to almost all of our sites. Because all our theme is installed from one master branch, and then each project branch is the master. But if you were to merge your branch back into the master and push this change upstream, then any further projects who created this would inherit this property, and any existing projects that updated the theme would get this property. So for this example, it's easy to get to the default because it's right here. So all you do is copy it and paste it right in here. So what happens if it doesn't exist in style.css? And style.css is the base of our base style sheet. So what happens if the property is not there? Well, what you need to do then is you need to fire up Firebug and see what the default value is of the property that you want to modify. And maybe it doesn't even have a value. For example, maybe the font size, if you wanted to change like the font size on a H2 tag inside an article tag, maybe you'd have to do article H2 and then inherit the font size, or excuse me, I did that wrong, font size of the H2 element. So the important thing is to get the base level default in here so you don't modify the rest of the themes. And that's all there is to it. Once you add this here, so let's just do this actually. Let's come up with one that I know that doesn't exist. And by the way, by convention, we also use dashes or hyphens in our selectors instead of underscores. So then we're just going to add this here. So then if we come over here and you're going to have to actually load the page first, load the actual page. So we're going to go look at this. Now by rendering this, it's going to trigger that theme or that theme option, and then we should be able to go here, reload this, and look for doesn't exist. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm doing this on the remote server. If we do, I think I'm gonna run out of time. So if we do, we'll wrap this up in another screencast. So. And there it is, doesn't exist. And then we can change it just like we would anything